Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to this YouTube channel. It's your guy Igor here. Guys, in today's video I want to talk to you about why Canada is not inviting foreigners, like doing FSW draws, or even, processing the applications for people who are outside of Canada, who are trying to land in Canada. Why are they delaying all of this? And all of these things are happening. And I want to tell you guys from a perspective of a person who is in Canada, myself. So I want to tell you guys what's happening actually. And here is the thing, it is not something personal, okay? I just want to say that I don't work for government of Canada, and but it is not something personal. You should not think that Canada mistreats immigrants in this way, even though it can actually look like that. Seriously, it can feel like that. Sometimes it looks like Canada is sending a wrong message to people who are planning to come here, and I think it's kind of cruel and rude and kind of stupid as well. Look at it this way. It's immigrants. Those are not visitors. It's people who are trying to come and settle in Canada. In fact, right now I have someone who is renting my basement right now, a person who just settled in Canada to get the PR. So there are people still coming to Canada. And the ridiculous thing about it is that, guys, that the person had to go through a ton of restrictions. A person had to go through COVID testing before boarding the airplane, the COVID testing, when landing here in Canada, both of them are negative. And after that, he has to still self-isolate in the government hotel. By the time that, the second result of the test came in, and now once the person is done with all the results negative, he has to isolate for like 2 weeks. And after that, guess what? Do another COVID test to get a third negative result in a local pharmacy. That's what I've been told. I don't want to tell the name because, guys, I respect privacy. This is the entire situation. It's crazy. Guys, by the way, I forgot to mention, I got some really good news for you. Well, actually, it's not a good news. I don't know how to say it. Good news, not good news. I don't know. Basically, guys, I have done my second real estate exam. I didn't want to announce it until I passed it. So I did both of my real estate exams. And now I have to become a licensed real estate agent. I have to join a brokerage here in Calgary. So I'll be allowed to work for brokerage and, help people buy their real estate, residential real estate. And I'll have my residential real estate license. So I have a question for you guys. It's an amazing announcement. It's a lot of work. I spent thousands of dollars for studying. It's a lot of studying, a lot of preparation, pretty difficult exams too. But I want to ask you guys, what do you think? Which brokerage should I join? If you're in Calgary, guys, if you know about real estate, looking forward to read your comments. I want to find out which brokerage should I join as a prospective real estate agent, because I want to, guys, I want to find some good team. I want to find some good brokerage. I want to find some brokerage that would help me understand, how to navigate through this industry better, because everything I did is a lot of theory, a lot of books and stuff, and I want to, get something that's really good. So I'm interested to find out, guys. I didn't want to say anything until I passed the second exam, so I want to make sure that, guys, I announce it only afterwards. I also have some good news coming out, but I'll let you know later on. Anyways, guys, another reason what's happening here in Canada for immigration part is that because of the COVID cases, a lot of people here, guys, as I told you, there is literacy rate in Canada is pretty low. It's not as high as we want to see it. I'm actually driving to a car wash right now, my favorite car wash. I'm just going to go right on the next intersection. So, literacy rate, people don't know that immigrants are contributing to the economy, not to create panic, to calm people down. People are yelling, the Canada is closed, we don't need more people. Sometimes you find 1 or 2 people in my comments. Guys, sometimes you get such negative people in the comments, that I don't even read them. It's like I'm reading them and I'm saying it's just people raging sometimes, unconditionally, without any explanation, without any common sense. They're raging on the comments about immigration. So what happens is that people are just afraid. And plus the situation is pretty bad, so people are demanding the government, they're pressurizing the government to put this kind of restrictions, so the government does it for them. Even though it's not logical in my opinion, it's immigrants. Those are people who went through the selection process. In my opinion, they should be let into Canada already. It's not like they're coming here to visit and leave Canada as tourists. It's absolutely not like that. So that's why I think it's wrong. It is wrong to do something like that. And also, guys, that's my car wash, but I'll drive around, I'll tell you a little bit more of my thing. In my last video, I mentioned that people from Canadian Experience class kind of deserve more PR than FSW. Some people got offended. Let me explain. Guys, look at it this way. Okay, what's the time then? Until 9. Because people were asking me on this intersection, can you actually make a right turn here? Guys, I want to give a brief explanation. I just made the right turn, but there is a sign. But there is also a time frame. So this sign is not working. It's not, you can turn right if you are at certain time zone or which is not active for that sign. So don't worry about it. I'm not breaking any rules. Right. So here is what you have to know, guys. First of all, the people are pressurizing the government. Then CEC class. Why did I say they deserve more PR? Guys, look at it this way. You have invested money into coming to Canada, work time, life, to get the Canadian experience or education in Canada in order to get Canadian experience to be qualified under this class. You basically had to come here, work as a worker or as a graduate student on your work permit, authorized, or this kind of stuff, or through other programs. So you basically had to leave the country, put at least 1 year of your life into Canada. Of course you are more qualified, of course you're going to get more points, and of course Canada prefers that kind of people. The reason for that is that there are cases where people come to Canada and they regret it. They say it was the worst ever decision in their life from FSW. If you are Canadian Experience class, there is less chances for you to fail in Canada. The reason for that is that you already work here. You might have a job offer. You know how it's like. You know what the culture is and what your expectations are. You know how to adapt to this country. You know what to expect and how to deal with it. You are so much easier to assimilate and become a part of Canadian culture, a part of the economy here. And the best part about Canadian culture is that they accept all cultures here. It's not like America with the mainstream culture where you have to be American, you have to be a certain way of thinking or you're not going to be accepted. Canada accepts a lot of people with different kinds of opinion, cultures, religions, views, and everything, guys. So that's one of the things that some people might have difficulty adapting to as well, with all the freedoms and all the things, like for example, some people cannot deal with the fact that in Canada gay marriages are allowed. Maybe you cannot live as knowing that there might be gay couples around. I don't know. And you might want to leave Canada because that's not what you believe in, and stuff like that. But that's why Canadian Experience class, they've been here, they know how it's like, they like it, they want to stay, and that's why they get more preference and points. And also right now they're not doing FSW. It does not mean that those immigrants who go through the other streams are in Canada even. You could have got your Canadian experience and you could have left Canada already, right? So you don't have to necessarily be here at that time. So there is a lot of things and the PNP programs and everything. It's just like a cover up to make Canadians feel better, like we are not letting in immigrants and stuff like that. I think it's really dumb idea to do that. I still think that FSW category should have their chance to come to Canada, especially those people who already got their paperwork done, who are waiting for their paperwork to be processed. Okay, so I think it's kind of wrong, and I don't think that Canada should discriminate against FSW, but if you ask me who should the preference be given to, CEC or FSW, out of those two categories, I think that CEC has better chances of assimilating and becoming a part of Canadian culture. That's the opinion I have. But I still have the opinion that they shouldn't, disqualify anyone from FSW. They already blocked the borders and they should let in immigrants already. I think it's absolutely fine. Those immigrants who are coming here, they're here to bring on the money that they have to invest into Canadian economy. Those new settling immigrants are going to come here. Now this is a message to government of Canada. If you let in FSW people, if you guys from immigration, any of you are watching this channel, for God's sake, tell your bosses that if an immigrant family is coming through FSW, they will be bringing 15, maybe 30, maybe $100,000 with them. They might buy a house. And one house, when you buy in Canada, and I learned it about in a real estate course, guys, that I said I'm going to get my license soon. And I'll tell you once I'm joining the brokerage and everything, guys. But it creates over 5 jobs in a year, that amount of money. Over 5 and something, I believe, the statistics, don't quote me right now, might not be exactly accurate, for full year, full-time employment. When you are building or buying one house, that's how many people get jobs. So the immigrants coming to Canada, they create jobs. Not only that, they're going to start buying groceries. They're going to start renting from Canadians, buying Canadian groceries, paying taxes, GST, HST, whatever, harmonized taxes, stuff like that. And they will be contributing, bringing in more money, therefore creating more jobs and opportunities. And they would basically